City, Iowa, home of the Hawkeyes. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Hawkeyes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Michigan's offense will take the field first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for him today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Unloads to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Stewart. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Use the play fake, now to throw. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped offside. Offside.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give to the back. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. We've reached the end of one, and as is tradition here in Iowa City, we take a moment to say hi to the children of the University of Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital. Hello, kids. No matter how many times you see it, a moving moment here at Iowa between the first and second quarter when the entire crowd acknowledges the children across the way. Hope they enjoy the game as we continue in the second quarter. Grabbed over the middle. It's Stewart. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. And he's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants...
Turning it on! Running through contact. Explosive run into the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 16. The Wolverines kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Oh, it's a reverse. And did not fool anybody. The defense right there to knock him down for the big loss. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. They'll line up for a second down play. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run. This crowd knows when to bring it. On throw for it. Caught behind the line. It's 4. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Oh, the attempt is no good. After the miss, no change in the score. So Iowa's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit's nasty. They're dirty. I love it.
It's complete to the left. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Hawkeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. Got it in the middle. It's Jackson. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. And the throw out to the sideline, give him just a few yards. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. Looking for a man, it's Baker. They're setting up the screen. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Markway. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Punt is in the air on 4th down. Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. On the run, it's Ford. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Jet sweep to the receiver. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, if nothing else, a notable 1st half so far in Iowa City. And it's been a hard-fought battle today. 2 teams out there playing ball and treating this crowd to a memorable 1st half. Seems to me, and I know I'm going to sound like a coach here, the team that limits turnovers and strings together productive drives is going to be the one celebrating a well-earned victory today. With that said, let's kick it back to the guys inside Kinnick Stadium.
And the Wolverines will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Going to the run to start this 2nd half. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Back to pass, it's Baker. Puts it out of the air. And he's got enough for the 1st down. It'll be at the 35. Passing game kept his drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got his man quickly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Now on second down. Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Here on third down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Got a man. It's Markway. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Three periods in the books, and it would be an understatement to say defense has carried the day. 0-0 as we take a look at the stats. This game has the look of one that if anybody can put any type of score on the board, they'll probably go home with a W as we start the fourth quarter. Takes the handoff. It's Jackson. Inside the 35. Finds a crease at the 20. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeye! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
We finally get some points on the board. The defense has been dominating the day. Unbelievable job. 3 quarters of shutout football. Now finally some points on the board. Let's see where this goes now once you've created some momentum.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Florida is being humbled today. There's just no other way to say it. A complete and thorough thumping in Gainesville. They're trailing by 19 to Alabama. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition. And if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Finds his tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on third down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And it's decision time now because you score the touchdown, you're down 1 late. Do you want to just kick the extra point and tie it up, hope for overtime? Or do you go for 2? Do you get aggressive? Do you trust your quarterback if he has to throw it here to find an open player and give you the lead, even though there is still going to be some time left on the clock?
And they are a mere extra point away from tying this game. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. So here comes the Michigan offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. This offense right on the doorstep. They can grab the lead. Touchdown, Michigan! Michigan. They move on top here in the fourth.
Love the play call, love the execution. Late in the game with less than 2 minutes to go, they now take a touchdown lead and put so much pressure on the opposition in a 2-minute situation.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking to throw, it's Baker. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Breaks into the open. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. They'll run play action. Makes the grab on the left. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly complete. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Wants to fire on second down. Using the quick game. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. He wants a big play here late. It's a big stride inside the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And this is the chance for this offense. A first and goal, fourth quarter, trying to tie the game up. He's looking to throw. Trying to barrel in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. Looking to throw, it's Baker. And the misfire goes out of the back of the end zone. Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on fourth and goal. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Can't find his man, it'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Looking for a crease, it's Ford. Oh, he's got some space. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. Well, after back-to-back losses, this team is really teetering on the edge of disaster.
They got to try to hold on to the positives, as hard as that is to do right now, having lost a couple back-to-back, because this team has good players, and they've got good schemes on both sides of the ball. Just things have not gone their way. They just need to make a few more plays to turn this thing.
Yeah, and then they can do it, and they will do it. Listen, you got to get the players right. You got to get those guys in there believing. This is part of